Hello friends, we are going to discuss today about the business model. A strong business model versus a weak business model. All of you, for example, from an investor point of view, it's very important for all of us that before investing in any of the security, any of the company, buying the share of any company, first we have to understand the business model of the company. Understand the business model of the company help us to understand the potential of the stock and how much it can grow in a given period of time. If anyone fails to understand the business model, we are becoming more vulnerable to the fluctuation and volatility in the market. And if we understand the business model, we are quite sure that the company's performance, we can quite judge about the company's performance and how the company we can grow and how the company can move in the coming years or coming time. And we know on the stock chain we can see very well that the companies majorly can be divided in three types. Number one is the large cap, number two is the mid cap, number three is the small cap. We know that these classifications are mainly based on the market capitalization. The large cap corporation are having the market capitalization of more than 10 billion, and the mid cap are the companies having the market capitalization from 2 to 10 billion, and less than 2 billion are called as small caps. Now, if you understand what makes them a large cap, mid cap and a small cap, we know that these companies, the classification of these companies are based on the capitalization. But also one of the important factor which impacts them is the business model which they have adopted, business model on which their business is run. There are so many factors, there are so many components of a business model that we can see, and what makes a company a strong business, having a strong business model versus the company having the weak business model. We can see that a company business model is a very important factor that we can understand. First of all, companies, we know that the companies, those who are a large cap corporation, they have existed in the market for the quite long time. There may be companies those who have come up very recently, but most of 90% of them have been in the market, have been in the businesses for at least few decades. At least few decades they have in the businesses. There are a few exceptions that though they have become a large cap within a decade, but majority of the companies are based on 90% of them have done the business, have been in the market for more than few decades. What is important that for a company to have thing is these companies are having the strong business model. Strong business model will have a good business process. The business process of the company will be very, very important. The business process of the company, of the large cap and the company having a strong business model, they have strong business process which they have developed over a period of time. Everything is timelined, everything is set up, all the employees, all departments are set up. So businesses are streamlined, they are smoothly. If any of the project or execution, any request, any new project comes in, each department knows its responsibility. So process is set. There is no conjunction between each of the departments. There is no redundancy of the responsibility. Processes are streamlined. The business process are designed in such a way that the process execution is very easily done. We know that a strong business model have a quite good resource allocation. The resource allocation in the strong business model, the resource allocation in the market of the large cap companies are very, very efficient. They do as compared to the large cap, small cap, and the large cap, small cap, mid cap. The large cap corporations are having the efficient resource allocation. Means their resources are very well allocated to the processes. They are not sitting idle. There is optimization of the resources in the organization. That's what they have done. Second, what they have done in the business model, what they are doing is having the strategy, business strategy, the strategy which they are following is the strategy of business strategy which they follow. Strategy which they follow is definitely good and better as compared to the mid cap and the small cap, because their processes are ingrained, they have been in the market, they know the people, they know the organization, what kind of work which company does. So they are, their business strategy depends upon the information, market information which they carry. The rich market experience which they carry help them to develop a strong and very resilient business strategy which they can come. Again, they have developed a strong business proposition, they a strong value proposition, they have very strong value proposition. The large cap corporation has strong value propositions, means their product are designed depending looking at the needs of the customer. Their products are designed looking at the need of the customer, so the customers also know about their products, and they have designed by doing a comprehensive research over the period of time. So whenever the large cap corporation, whether they are into the services or in the product services, if you analyze the product which they launch in the market, definitely are designed in a best of you can definitely see, look at the even the some of the mid caps also have the mid caps have the strong business proposition, value proposition, and they have developed a good products in the market. We can see the many of the companies in the like Tata's. We can see Tata's, or we have seen Tata Motors. We can see that have developed a good business value. Then we can see the Maruti Suzuki company. Anytime it develops a car, it likes, for example, if you see the Tata is the Desh ka namak, in the same way the Maruti Suzuki is the Desh ki car. We can very well say that. So these companies have existed in the market for longer period, and they have developed a strong value proposition for their products in the eyes of the customers. That's what it is very important. Again, these companies, those who are having a strong business model, they know how to generate the demand in the market. They have a demand generation strategy. So demand generation strategy is very strong. Demand generation strategy is very strong in these large cap corporations. We can see that the large cap corporations which are having a very strong demand generation strategy which they have. Like for example, we can see the Tata Nano is one of the example. Tata Nano is one of the example that we can see that how the Tata Nano actually proposed itself to be a very low budgeted car, and generated demand within the lowest segment of the society. And that's how you can see. We can see the Hero Motor Corporation. That's how we can see one of the ideal example of the demand generation strategy, a very niche, is the Eicher Motor. We can see Bullet. We can see that what they manufacture is a very unique example. We can see the different in the automobile industry. We can see a lot of examples. We can see also in the like consumer products. We can see a lot of the examples from the LG, Samsung, and other companies that are developing the good products and having the good demand generation strategy for their products in the market. You can see also, if you see, look at them, each of the company which has the strong business model is always having the room for innovation. The company will always have a room for innovation. That is very important. If any company wants to survive in the businesses, the innovation is must. As we have seen in a few of the previous video, how the Wipro actually kept on investing. All the large cap corporations keep on investing on the research and development, because research and development is very important for developing the new products in the market. If you want to be ahead of the competition, these companies have to invest in the innovation of the things. So that's how innovation is very very important factor, that how the companies are innovating. That's how. Again, the next part is the relationship. And partnership. Relationship and the partnership with the companies are having, because it's very important, the relationship and partnerships, because each company requires the relationship and partnership in the market to survive in the markets. And relationship and partnership are important factors, because we understand that relationship and partnerships are important in the sense that the companies are having the good relation with from internally, externally to the customers, relationship with the suppliers, to the distributors, to the business partners, and because also like external, like having the good relationship helps the company in acquiring different, for example, also the technological transfer. If the good relationship is there, they can form the joint venture. We can see in India, a lot of the insurance companies and a lot of the financial companies, even the automobile sector, are having the partnership with each other. So relationship and partnerships are very important factor for the company to grow, because it's not possible for every company to understand and develop every time developer stand alone in the market. It has to sometimes collaborate and partnership with the other companies also. So we can see that that's having the good example. Now number 8, we can see that the distribution channel is very important. Distribution channel is again a very important factor for the company. Distribution channel is very important. So if you are investing in any of the businesses, any of the share, it's important that you understand the companies having the strong distribution channel. If the company is a product-based company, definitely having a strong distribution channel is very important. As you can see, that's in case of the pharma, especially the pharma industry is very important, is very distributed. Any kind of consumer products industry and the pharma industry, the distribution channel plays very important role, even the automobile sector and all. So a company having the good distribution channel, definitely its products will be more available to the consumers, and that will enhance the sale of the company. Then again we can see the distribution channel. Also these companies are having the low cost of finance. Low cost of finance is a strong business model strategy which they can definitely look at that. If a company is having, you can see that any company is having this kind of any share, any company is definitely having these features, strong features, will have a strong business model, a robust business model, which will definitely help the company to grow longer, and that's what will make these company multi-bagger stock. This is how I can say you can multi-bagger stock you can select in the company. So multi-bagger is a composition of understanding all these parameters of the company, that how the company is doing, because we know that these companies only at some point it may be a small cap or mid cap, but if having the company of strong fundamentals, strong business model, definitely that one day it will become a multi-bagger, and a large cap it will become. So these are the few important factors that we need to understand in the business model before selecting finding a multi-bagger. These points will definitely help us to understand. Thank you. I hope you like the video. Kindly subscribe to our channel and press on the bell icon to get the future updates and notification. Thank you once again.